Huh? Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should have it. Huh? It's two different ones. It's an international one and then a Caribbean one. It's an international one and a Caribbean one. Different Caribbean. I don't know if it on. I don't think so. Yeah. Thanks. And he wearing 23, and he's the team captain. I see he wearing 23, and he's the team captain.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, 1 second. Tyron. Tyron. How do you pronounce that? Nazi body here. Nazi body here. Nazi body here. Nazi body here. Nazi body here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Nazi body here.
Filipino Duncan warm-ups. That's crazy.
Adrenaline rush. Effortless.
Gotta be adrenaline rush for real.
Clark, Roman Bridgewater, Franco Miller, Buddy Hield, Valdez, VJ Edgecombe, Eric Gordon. I don't see EJ.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't see him on the court.
Oh. That man doing treatment up until he absolutely have to walk out here.
Simon Hunter, Ken Torn, Smith, Dayton Aubrey, Juan Burrows, Liana Roll, Ty Jones, Joel Bitt.
From the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium here in Nassau, where one of the Caribbean's oldest rivalries gets another chapter. This time on the basketball court, and this one comes with FIBA World Cup implications. Two nations that know each other well and understand exactly what's at stake. Good evening, everybody. Alongside Jay Philippe, I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Whether you're here inside the gym, watching across the Bahamas, or tuning in from elsewhere in the Caribbean, we're glad you've joined us on the RTV network and our friends in the Caribbean, courtesy of Rush Entertainment. Jay, the road to the FIBA Basketball World Cup continues tonight, and it runs through Nassau. There's so much to look forward to in this matchup. What tops your list?
Certainly, we have some of the best in the Caribbean in action tonight with Team Jamaica and Team Bahamas. This is the summer period where most of the players are available. Not all, but most of the players are available. And we're expecting a pretty good matchup between both teams. You know, in track and field is always a rivalry. But in basketball, there's a budding rivalry now with so many great players playing at the professional level, at the collegiate level, and they're here tonight to showcase and display what they've been practicing for their entire careers.
The Bahamas obviously has the home crowd behind them. Jamaica has come looking to spoil the party. It's exactly what international basketball should sound like and what it should look like. The Bahamas actually spoiled it for Jamaica the last time these two teams met, when Jamaica had a chance to qualify. Of course, Jamaica's still with an opportunity to qualify, so the Bahamas has some catching up to do in Group B.
Certainly so. I mean, 7 minutes before tip-off, we're looking in the gymnasium right now. We see a lot of Bahamian flags, Jamaican flags. There's a lot of Jamaicans that reside in the Bahamas, so we were expecting a good crowd to be out here. And the game hasn't even started as yet, so definitely the crowd will play a factor in today's game. It's all about executing your X's and O's on defense and offense. But it's going to be a game that we anticipate to be a really competitive game between both teams that are looking to qualify and go to the next round.
You called it a rivalry in track and field. I don't know if the Jamaicans will agree with that. They may not say it's a rivalry. Pretty one-sided on their part. But on the basketball court, it's been the Bahamas that has been the dominant factor in the Caribbean recently.
No, the Bahamas has been a pretty good team the past few years. I would say one win away from qualifying from the Olympics recently, and so Jamaica has brought a pretty good team as well too. And we'll talk about some of the players that's not here as well too, that's not suited up. But it's going to be a good game. Right now they're playing the national anthem of Jamaica right now, and they are standing at attention, and Jamaicans are standing up and honoring their country.
And certainly for international basketball, availability, the number one thing. When we talk about certain windows, players that are there, this summer window, when you have the NBA guys available, we have to talk about who's not here first, because we're going to talk about the guys on the court for the course of the next 2 hours. Obviously for the Bahamas, the glaring omission, DeAndre Ayton just got traded today from the Los Angeles Lakers to the Washington Wizards. And for Team Jamaica, Norman Powell, he is here with the team, but recently agreed to a deal with the Chicago Bulls after his All-Star season with the Miami Heat. So with free agency still in flux, both of those players opting out of participating in today's game. So the rest of the supporting cast will have to carry the slack.
Certainly so. I know for Team Bahamas, the Bahamas is looking forward to having DeAndre Ayton as part of this team. He's been somewhat committed over the past few tournaments. This was something that the team was looking forward to. The entire country of the Bahamas looking forward to seeing DeAndre Ayton. Yes, it is free agency. He was, like you would have mentioned, just traded to the Washington Wizards today, and that's probably part of why he was not able to play, ensuring that he was in a good position to take care of himself as a basketball player. And for Team Jamaica, we said Norman Powell just recently came off an all-star year where he had career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Opted not to play, but he's here with his team in support, was moral support. That comes a long way in being a professional athlete, being the key guy, the star, certainly the best player on the team, being here to be with those guys. And looking at the roster right now, it's a very young roster for Team Jamaica. He's showing that he's a leader by being with these guys, and in about 4 minutes we'll see how these guys respond in a big matchup with these two teams.
Also missing from Team Jamaica, Kofi Coburn, who has been absolutely dominant in the first few games of the World Cup qualifiers. A 7-footer, one of the old school type 7-footers, very difficult to guard, close to 300 pounds. He's not here. He's been the driving force behind why this team pulled off so many upsets. They've been leading this group in offensive boards, big part of the reason why. So his omission from the team, we will see how their interior does, both on the defensive end and on the offensive end. Now let's get to the guys that are here. Team Bahamas, still loaded with star talent, still loaded with NBA talent, obviously leading the charge is the team captain and the man who I pretty much credit for revitalizing the senior men's national team program, that's Buddy Hield.
Certainly, Team Bahamas has a loaded roster, too much to choose from. When they had the tryouts, 18, 24 players, it's hard to kind of say who would make the squad outside of the NBA guys that is. But this team is well balanced. They have a combination of a lot of guards, a lot of point guards, shooting guards, with some size as well too. And so Buddy Hield has been committed towards Team Bahamas. We have rising star VJ Edgecombe, who just completed his rookie year with the Philadelphia 76ers. He's been a part of this team that has shown, Bahamas has always produced really good basketball players, but not at this level. And that's my opinion. That's not at this level where we have NBA guys on the court that's representing different organizations in the league that are doing well, and now they're playing for the national team, along with a lot of professional basketball players on the squad as well too. We got a lot of guys that play Division I basketball, the highest level of basketball. And only one guy on the roster right now is in college, and that's just Leano Rowe, who just recently signed a Division I letter, I think the Missouri State. And so these guys have been playing for many years. They've been playing together. Franco Miller is someone that we have to mention as well too. He's been carrying the load as a young player, blossoming in his leadership role as well too. So we're excited to see how Team Bahamas comes out tonight and put it all together on the court.
We just got to look at Jamaica's head coach Rick Turner, who has pretty much taken the helm of this Jamaican program since 2019 and has led them to historic heights. They got a nickname. They call them the Jam Rockers. We need a nickname too. I don't think Team Bahamas has a nickname yet. We could work on that. Maybe we come up with one by the end of the broadcast. But they pretty much shocked the region when they came out the first two games of these World Cup qualifiers and they swept Puerto Rico, which was an amazing feat, beating Puerto Rico 92-90 in the first game, 97-92 in the second game, and they announced their arrival quickly on the scene and made everyone pay attention. whether they have Norman Powell, Coburn or not, this Jamaican team is one to be reckoned with.
They are certainly a team to be reckoned with, Ronaldo. They've came on stream lately over the past few years and shown that they have the potential, they have the talent, they have the skills to be an elite team in the region. Puerto Rico. You said they defeated Puerto Rico twice. Puerto Rico has been one of the top for many years, top 20 teams in the world, having guys like JJ Barea and some other Carlos Arroyo's that made the Olympics and was really good over the years. One time ago, teams could not beat Puerto Rico, but Team Jamaica was able to beat them not once but just twice, but also twice. Shows that they have been growing as an organization, as a federation. They've been taking the strides in basketball, and tonight is another opportunity for them to showcase exactly where they rank in the world and to be on the road playing against a really good team, Bahamas, in New Providence, in Team Bahamas Gymnasium. It's an exciting time. We'll see what they go ahead and produce tonight as far as their talent is concerned.
And the coaching staff on the other end for Team Bahamas, a young group of coaches, all coach at the Division I level. That's led by Mikhail McLean, associate coach at the University of Kentucky. He has, like I said, he has a lot of Bahamian talent behind him. You've got Nishad Mackey on the bench, Lou Rawls Nairn, Willis Mackey, and Michael Thompson. So not only is the Bahamas producing at the level on the court, but you see that production on the bench as well. And I think that's the mark of where this program is and where it's headed into the future.
As a coach as well, too, I think it's important that you put together a really good coaching squad. These guys are young, talented guys that have proven themselves. They are Division I coaches. They all played at the national level as well, too, which means there's a continuation from playing to now coaching. And they seem to have a really good chemistry. Coach Mikhail, we're expecting some good things out of him. This is his first time as a head coach. He's also assisted by his associate head coach, Tum Tum, who's been around basketball for many years, played at the junior national level, senior national level. And so we're expecting a really, really good showing from these guys. And here's an opportunity for the coaches to really show how committed they are, how well structured they are. And we expect a really good game. And it's almost tip-off time. Team Bahamas, Team Jamaica. We're in for a good ride, Ronaldo.
Here we are, ready to go. The 5 on the court for Team Bahamas. You've got Kai Jones, BJ Edgecombe, Buddy Hield, Franco Miller Jr., and Sammy Hunter. Out there for Jamaica, it's Andrew Telwell, Omari Johnson, Chase Adige, Siobhan Thompson, and Tyran Latibaudiere.
Latibaudiere. Let's get familiar with that name.
You're going to hear it a lot. Did we nail it the first time? We'll get better as the broadcast goes on.
And also to mention, Buddy Hield serves as the team captain for Team Bahamas, like you would have mentioned earlier. And Tyler Latibaudiere serves as a team captain for Jamaica. He wears number 23. He's the center, the tallest guy on the court for Team Jamaica. And Buddy Hield is a veteran who's been a part of many NBA organizations. Drafted number 6 overall by the New Orleans Pelicans, then played many different teams so far. He's been a journeyman so far.
Well, let's see what happens next. Free agency is still going on, so there's still a lot to take part in there. What do you think about our uniforms tonight? I love this version of the Team Bahamas uniforms, the aquamarine, going up against the white of Team Jamaica. It's a pretty good look out there.
It's a celebration of independence, I guess, as well, too. Pretty nice uniforms. But let's make sure the uniforms match the play as well, too. And we're expecting a really good game. And without a doubt, let's get started.
Very diplomatic. I got you, Jay. And Jones wins the tip. The Bahamas gains first possession. Into the hands of Franco Miller Jr. Spent the last season with the Santa Cruz Warriors in the NBA G League.
And then the half-court set seems like Buddy Hield with the first shot, no good. Rebound, 21.
And right away, you know that's what Buddy is going to do. He's not going to be shy about taking threes. Adige had 27 points the last time these two teams played. Pull-up jumper is no good. Ball stays here with Jamaica. And now they're going to reverse the call. Ball goes to Team Bahamas. Kai Jones is going to have to battle with Thompson down low. So we're gonna have to watch that matchup. Team Bahamas pretty thin up front in the front court.
Certainly. First 2 possessions of the game, 2 jump shots. Team Bahamas now seems like they're running a half-court set.
Hield passes up on a 3, gets it over to Miller. Goes pick and roll with Jones and throws it down.
What a way to start the game.
That is what Kai Jones does. Get him in the dunker spot and just let him go. Miller to Jones to get this crowd on their feet for the first 2 for Team Bahamas.
There goes Labordier with a post move. He's fouled.
And he was frustrated he didn't get that ball on the first possession that they had when he had Buddy in the post. Getting a second look here. Jones setting the screen, and you knew that was coming all the way once they called that pick and roll.
Correct. I thought it would have been a shooting foul, but ball on the baseline. 14 seconds on the shot clock. New possession for Team Jamaica. Inbounds the ball. A turnover.
Turnover again. Jones gets it to heel. Buddy too far under the basket to take a shot at it. Tried to get it back out to Miller to reset it.
We'll see what Team Bahamas does there. 20 seconds on the shot clock. This is the first quarter. 8 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Looks like a sideline out of bounds play out there. Team Bahamas seems to be running right now.
Miller now looks inside and finds a wide open edge cone. Something with the Jamaican defense got lost in translation. If there's one guy you're going to lose, it can't be that one.
Certainly not.
Averaged nearly 17 points a game in his rookie season with the 76ers.
Andrew Thelwell now calling the play for Team Jamaica, looking to run a half-court set.
Hill shuts off the pass. Labordier drives inside and gets it up over Jones.
First 2 points for Jamaica. Labordier seems like a very physical guy. He demands a presence on the low post. Seems like he's an super ultra guy that can handle the ball and also rebound as well too.
You could tell he's one of those crafty vets. And Miller, great footwork, counting the basket and one. Lowers his shoulder, gets it into the body of the defender, and is able to finish over the top. I think Franco Miller showed a lot the last time these two teams played. He's become that guy along with the vets that this staff feels like they can count on. Had over 30 points when Team Bahamas beat Jamaica on the road the last window.
He's certainly a stabilizer for Team Bahamas, a very consistent guy. Might be young, but he's been playing basketball for a very long time at Tabernacle Baptist Academy, where he won the Hugh Campbell Championship, played for the junior national program as well. Guy that played in Canada in prep school, also went to Ole Miss and then finished at FGCU. Now he's a professional player and he's been playing for a long time.
I know you've been very familiar with his work for a long time. And Thompson tied up inside, but they're going to whistle. I think they're going to call Hunter for the foul. And like we mentioned, Team Bahamas, those bigs cannot afford to get in early foul trouble. So far, one on Jones, one on Hunter.
Team Jamaica with a baseline, out of bounds play, seems running a half court, a set. There's Latibordia, very physical guy, kicks it out.
Johnson's three off the mark.
That's 3 fouls on Team Bahamas so far with 7 minutes. That's 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the first quarter.
And this could be an issue. They call it on Jones.
First foul.
So one on Kai, one on Hunter. And wide open, they find Johnson inside. So Jamaica had a miscue on the defensive end. So does Team Bahamas.
And that comes with the game sometimes, playing early on, not understanding matchups sometimes. And
Heel goes to the left.
Buddy's on the board.
And the transition defense for Team Bahamas doesn't get back.
I think that's going to be, that is the right call. I thought it was a goaltending. Foul in the basket.
So Jamaica grabbing it off the make and race down court quickly before the Bahamas can even get set.
And what a heads-up play by Andrew Thelwell. He realized that Team Bahamas was in celebratory mode on the transition defense, and he took advantage of it, tacked the basket, was able to get down in a matter of 3-4 seconds, got the basket and the foul, and puts pressure on Team Bahamas as they collected their another foul, 4th team foul in the first quarter.
And now that's 2 on Miller. Already Team Bahamas going to the bench. That's Dayton Albury checking in. Just recently completed his senior season at New Mexico. Opportunity here with the senior national team at home. Thelwell completes the 3-point play. And Jamaica is within 2. Edgecombe now controlling for Team Bahamas. Loses the handle up top, but recovers. Albury, his first touch. Drives the lane. Jones down low to Heald. Blows the layup. Rebounded by Thompson. Jamaica is off and running.
You got to have that if your buddy Heald.
Johnson misses for 3. Edgecombe misses his first 3, rebounded by Hunter. Gets it to Heald, blocked.
What a frantic pace, Ronaldo. It seems like transitional game, quick shots. Guys are playing hard, Guys are playing hard. They're playing for their country in a gymnasium where it's almost standing room only.
Kentuan Smith now, another veteran, checks in to the game for Team Bahamas. Yeah, this Jamaican team played at a slower pace when they have Coburn in there. We mentioned he's not available, so they are hanging with Team Bahamas, who's looking to get off and running. And Albury on the drive, kicks it out to Edgecombe for 3. Just off the mark, rebounded by Johnson, and Jamaica comes the other way. It's Thelwell across the timeline. Inside pull-up jumper.
Well, that's a tough shot. That's Chase. That's a tough mid-range shot. He looks very comfortable shooting it. Might be a part of his game that he's very comfortable doing.
Again, another alley-oop to Jones off the mark. Yeah, Audi scored 27 points when these two teams played in Jamaica, Northwestern grad. So he has played at a high level. And right now, the 50-50 balls, the hustle plays are going the way of Team Jamaica.
Seems to be so. We call it the 50-50 balls, the possessions that gives you, Team Jamaica has been on the offensive rebound, on the glass, getting second chance points. And normally in basketball, that adds up to winning basketball. A team that has second and third possessions get more short attempts. They give themselves a better chance. And that's 15 foul as well, too, on Team Bahamas in this first quarter with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Maybe had a foul now.
Number 35, Romaro Gill, checks in now for Team Jamaica, bolstering that front court. And the visitors have their first lead. Also checking in number 10, Jordan Keller. So both teams going to their benches about midway through the first quarter. Albury controls for Team Bahamas. Heald up top. They go inside to Jones again, going to that pick and roll, and Edgecombe steps out of bounds. Yeah, they're trying to work that pick and roll to Kai Jones. It worked on the first possession with Miller, have gone to it twice since then, and Jamaica looks like they already made that adjustment.
Certainly. And they pretty much was expecting as well to know. They know that Kai Jones is a high flyer turnover. Team Bombs on a fast break.
Off the other way. And that is what this crowd came here to see. BJ Edgecombe gets up and throws it down. Off the feed from Albury, but on these makes, Jamaica is pushing the ball the other way. They are not allowing Team Bahamas to set up their defense, but Jones with the block and gets another one.
Jones has been a man on the boards and also has 3 block shots, I believe, so far in the first quarter. He's active, and that's one of the reasons why he was a lottery pick in the NBA now, playing overseas. Jones is a guy that has high motor. He plays well. He rebounds at a high level. He plays hard, and you can see it now. He's been an energizer guy on the court defensively, and he's coming out of the game now. We got Keno Burrows, a veteran, a guy that's, I believe, the oldest guy on the team, and he's been around Bahamas basketball for such a long time now.
He's been a part of the national team program probably longer than some of his teammates have been alive. Keno Burrows into year 20. He played with Franco Miller Sr. and is now playing with Franco Miller Jr. Checks into the game for Kai Jones. Another loose ball, but Team Bahamas comes up with it. It's Dayton Albury.
In transition.
Goes for the foul. No good. Stolen by Keller, and here comes Jamaica. And Edgecombe will be whistled for the foul.
The pace has certainly picked up in Secondary Gymnasium between Team Jamaica and Team Bahamas. That's a lot at stake in this game. It's a game that both teams really need to win. and it's their first game so far. 6 minutes into the first quarter. It's a tie ball game. A lot of up and down play. Not much set half court offense, but and sometimes in the games you got to make just adjustments, and this that's both teams doing right now.
Pretty much a must-win for Team Bahamas. Falling to 1-4 in Group B will be all but a death sentence at this point. So here at home, 2 games at home, but you got to take it one at a time. This is the one that you have to have.
Certainly one game at a time, one quarter at a time, and even one possession at a time. Team Bahamas in the half court set. VJ Edgecombe makes a strong drive, loses the ball with a turnover.
Keller comes the other way for Jamaica, challenges Burrows, and healed with the board. Again, both teams looking to push the pace. Edgecombe again!
But the
3 alley-oops for Team Bahamas. If they can do that all night, they might be fine.
Certainly a high-flying athletic team in Team Bahamas. When you can get the crowd on their feet, it definitely gives the team momentum. Definitely allows them to play at a better pace. Defensive rebound, Dayton Buddy Hill in transition, passes the ball to Ken Twan.
And Smith finishes with the lay-in. Yeah, Gill lost the handle. He was looking for a foul. Team Bahamas races the other way, and the pace right now is shifting momentum back and forth.
Team Bahamas now on a 6-2 run. They trailed by 2, now they're up by 2 points right now. A very critical timer from Team Jamaica as well to kind of settle that team down. You don't want this game to get out of hand early. It's difficult to come back in a game like this, and so definitely a good timer by coach from Team Jamaica. And let's see what they say in the huddle right now. Hopefully both teams can regroup. First time out, they got their first win behind them, and now it's time to really go out and execute and play basketball.
And for both these teams, it's been defense turning into offense. Whether it's strips, whether it's loose balls, they've been going the other way, and they've been running. Team Bahamas, you see the alley-oops, they're getting the home crowd into it. One thing that has been missing that will be a staple for this team, have not knocked down the 3-point shot as yet. And on a team that has Buddy Hield and VJ Edgecombe, that's something that they will look for. On the other side, Team Jamaica has been getting it done on the interior.
Yeah, certainly Team Jamaica seems to be a very, very physical team, and that seems to be their message early on. They're playing with a lot of intensity. They seem to want to put the ball in the post to get an advantage point down there. And the teams aren't shooting necessarily too well. Both teams are not knocking the 3 ball down so far. And so hopefully, sometime in the first quarter, second half, second quarter, teams can hit shots. But right now, it's a very good, intense game between Team Jamaica and Team Bahamas. Team Bahamas has 5 team fouls. The next foul, Team Jamaica will be on a shooting free throws. Valdez VJ has 6 points so far to lead Team Bahamas in scoring. And we can see on the screen now, Team Jamaica preparing to get back on the court with 3 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And you mentioned them looking to get the ball into the post. That's something we rarely hear nowadays in modern basketball. Everything is either at the rim, it's a layup, or it's a 3.
Certainly, and the game has changed over the years. It's a fast-paced game. More three-point shot attempts nowadays. Teams are playing. They're getting shots up within 10, 15 seconds in the shot clock, and so that's the way you play now.
A different defensive look now for Team Bahamas. Albury's going to pressure him 94 feet. Pulls up for a 3. I think Albury got a piece of that. Rebounded by Burrows. And they will whistle Latabodier for the foul.
Yeah, certainly the ball pressure by Dayton just now force the point guard to take a quick shot. And that's what Team Bombers perhaps wanted just now.
And it seems like that's something that was called out of that time, where we're allowing Team Jamaica to get too comfortable into their offensive sets, put pressure on that, force them to get into that set later in the shot clock. And right there, forced a positive play for Team Bahamas.
Bahamas seems like they're in a Horns offense, 3 out, 2 win. 5 seconds from on the shot clock. Let's see what VJ does here. Pulls up a 3-point.
Edgecombe 0 for 3, but there is Burrows. We talked about the vet, but he's playing like it's 20 years ago. On the offensive boards, another basket in the paint for Team Bahamas. Possession arrow will stay here with Jamaica. And that's what you want to see from your vet, leading by example.
And if you're just tuning in, this is Team Bahamas taking on Team Jamaica. This year's FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 America's Qualifiers in New Providence. Score 17-13. Team Bahamas ahead by 4 points. 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game in the first quarter. Possession goes Team Jamaica with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Makes a pass to Thadwell, the point guard. Pretty quick point guard that is as well. Looking to make a play on the pick and roll, high screen pick and roll, drive to the basket, shows up a wild shot, gets the offensive rebound. Shot clock, looks like a shot clock violation. Will it be a shot clock violation?
And it is. Absent got the rebound. He was battling inside. Shot clock violation. So Jamaica checks in Marcus McDonald. And Justin Absent on the other side. Sammy Hunter checks back in for Team Bahamas. Edgecombe controlling up top. Finds a cutting Hield. And he lays it in. So we're accustomed to seeing Buddy the three-point shooter. That's what we've known forever. Both of his baskets at the rim. One a lefty floater and the layup just now.
Point guard looking to make a pass in the low post.
And this is where he likes to operate.
Latibordier makes a pass out.
McDonald's
defensive
three
rebound
off the mark. And again, Team Bahamas off and running. Aubrey to Burrows. Leaves it short. Rebound goes to Keller, and Jamaica's running the other way. Again, Team Bahamas with the steal. Hield gets it ahead to Burrows all alone. What a game it's been so far for the vet. Coming into camp, he did not expect to have to play the heavy minutes that he's going to, but we mentioned Team Bahamas short the front court, and like he's done for decades, Keno Burrows there to answer the call.
Certainly so. He's been there to answer the call. You know, Kai Jones got in foul trouble early and gave Keno an opportunity to play. But there goes a traveling call, another turnover by Team Jamaica. They seem to be turning over the ball a little bit too much. When you turn over the ball, you limit your possessions, you give the other team more possessions. That's not a recipe for winning basketball.
Latibotier seems to be getting frustrated trying to operate in the interior, but Team Bahamas such active hands down low, and the bigs have been stifling at the rim. So right there,
Joel Bailey checks in for the game for Team Jamaica, coming in for the team, Latibodia, team captain that is.
Edgecombe controls it up top, gets it over to Miller.
Bridgewater also recently checked in the game.
Dominic Bridgewater seeing his first playing time. Again, down low to Burrows, leaves that one short. Bridgewater picks it up. No look down low to Hunter. Blocked by Absent. Bridgewater currently playing professionally in France. Jones will check in for Burrows now.
It's certainly a physical game down there. It seems to be like teams are really competing at the highest level. This game means so much to both teams, and it's showing so far on the court. It's somewhat of a, not a low scoring first quarter, but it's very physical.
This level of physicality, who do you think that favors?
I think it favors Team Bahamas. I think it's a favorite Team Bahamas, especially with them being smaller in size and stature. The message has to be you have to be the more physical team. You have to want to go there and get the 50-50 balls, and that's what they're doing right now. And that constitutes the 13-21 score right now.
Dominic Bridgewater going to the line, like we mentioned, plays professionally in France, has a distinction. First Bahamian to go straight from high school to playing professional basketball.
He was certainly a real deal at Anatole Rogers when he played high school basketball for Coach McCoy. One of the better guards I've seen in high school basketball in my time being around basketball. What a lineup on the court right now. We have Franco Miller, also Dominic Bridgewater on the court at the same time. I know that they've played together, but both are point guards, in my opinion, and I'm surprised to see both on the court at the same time.
Bridgewater plays so much like a combo guard. You know when you have that combo guard that comes off the bench and you just need instant offense? That's what he's going to provide, and he did right there, pulling up for the three, getting free throws out of it.
Chase now handling the ball for Team Jamaica, makes the pass now to Thelwell. Thelwell with a three-point shot.
And he answers with a three.
Thelwell seems to be a go-to guy for Team Jamaica. He certainly engages in the offense. He can push the tempo. He shoots, seems like at a good level. He's their go-to player, seems like.
He has kept them in this game in this first quarter. Right there, Bridgewater tries to go to Jones for the no-look, doesn't get it. Bailey comes the other way for Jamaica, and his no-look is deflected. Team Bahamas again, defense to offense. Edgecombe puts it in.
Athleticism by Edgecombe was able to get off a layup. He's a guy that excels in transition on offense. That's a part of his game. He does that very well.
I think the whole world knows VJ Edgecombe in transition. That's going to be a bucket every time. Right there, the whistle for the foul.
Scores 25-16, 5.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Team Jamaica's on the line. Chase Ordage for 2 shots. Again, Team Jamaica's in the bonus, so every foul remaining in the quarter would constitute the free throws.
The guard play of Jamaica has been instrumental in this game. That backcourt, Thelwell and Ordage.
So Buddy Hield enters the game with 5.8 seconds in the first quarter, but Team Bahamas has possession. I won't be surprised if they drops. Well, not necessarily. You need guys who can put the ball in the basket, and that's the reason why Buddy Hield checked in the game. Just in case you need a long shot, a long three-pointer with under 6 seconds remaining, he's one of the guys that can get a good shot off.
Surprisingly, it looks as if Team Bahamas is going to finish this first quarter without a 3. If you told me that was going to happen and they would be leading, I would not have guessed that. And Miller draws the foul, but they call it on the floor. I tried to do the announcer jinx, didn't work. Miller checks in, inbounds, goes to Bridgewater, and puts it in and one. Count the basket. So Dominic Bridgewater will go to the line. 1/10 of a second remaining on the clock. That's that instant offense off the bench.
Team Jamaica was caught just not paying attention on the court. It cost them 3 points.
Completes the three-point play. That's the end of one. We will take a quick break and be back for the second quarter here. Team Bahamas versus Jamaica, FIBA World Cup Qualifiers.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Welcome back to the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Team Bahamas taking on Team Jamaica. Window 3 of the FIBA World Cup 27 qualifiers here in Nassau, Bahamas. I'm Ronaldo Dorset alongside Jay Philippe. And Jay, that first quarter, the momentum shifted about 3 or 4 times, a whole lot of defense turning into offense, and it was at a frenetic pace.
Not certainly what the coaches drew up, but for Team Bahamas, they're up by 10 points. Most of their points came in transition at the free throw line, lobs, no 3-pointers. And so the Team Bahamas can be happy about the way they played. VJ Edgecombe is certainly a force to be reckoned with. He showed why he is first team all rookie in the NBA. Buddy, he not necessarily didn't have a good quarter, but he was able to get a few baskets. But the surprise has been Keno Burrows. He came into the game, a guy that probably didn't expect to have as much contribution early on in the game, but he certainly made his presence felt early on. Grabbed a few rebounds, had a few dunks, was able to energize the crowd. He's playing at a high level, and he's one of the reasons why Team Bahamas has a 10-point lead so far in the first quarter.
Despite that poor shooting from beyond the arc, 0 for 4, Team Bahamas shooting 57% from the field. VJ Edgecombe leading the way with 8 points. A balanced scoring effort. Dominic Bridgewater came off the bench to score 5, and Burrows, like you mentioned, he has 4. Leading the way for Team Jamaica, it's been Thelwell. He's done it at all 3 levels. He's getting to the line. He's getting inside. Made a 3 from the top of the key. He has 8 points to match Edgecombe on the other side. And then Ordage with 4 alongside Latabodier.
I'm curious to see the kind of adjustment Team Jamaica makes in the second quarter. They've been playing pretty much a half-court man-to-man set. Let's see if they can somehow pressure the basketball. If they want to go into a zone. I know most professional teams, national teams don't play zone as much, but let's see if they give Team Bahamas a different look.
Miller gets it to Hield. looking for Jones inside. Turnover goes the other way. Bailey brings it across the timeline for Jamaica. And Bridgewater steals it right back. Dribbles it off the foot of Audish, so the team Bahamas has possession.
And that's the second turnover by Bailey, by Joel Bailey, on just not making a good decision, trying to get the ball into the low post or trying to get the ball in transition. He could wait and get a better pass, and he's being pulled out of the game right now.
And that is how I know you're a coach, because you saw that immediately. Turner saw the exact same thing, and he was like, you know what, come sit next to me.
Yeah, certainly at this level, with those kind of players, there goes Franco Miller.
We talked about it, and there's the first 3-4 team Bahamas. Franco Miller coming off the curl. Has hit some big-time shots in international play. And he seems to be a different player since his first season of pro basketball and the season he had in the G League.
Certainly so. Franco Miller is a guy that we can expect to be a part of the national teams for a long time.
Bridgewater fearless, but has that one blocked. Outside, Smith for three.
Antoine Smith. It's another three-pointer. I mean, it's a 16-point lead right now.
That's another vet that has been doing that particular skill for a very long time.
Sure. Certainly a lot of ball pressure. I think coach may want to call a timeout soon. I mean, it's just fresh into the second quarter. But you don't want this game to get away for your team Jamaica. Momentum going in Team Bahamas' way. Another basket by Bahamas definitely has to be called a timeout. Let's see if Thelwell answers.
And that's a huge shot for Jamaica. Right now, you don't want the NBA talent to overwhelm you. You're already on the road. It's a packed house in here. Team Bahamas is starting to knock down some threes. Desperately needed that shot from Thelwell. So they stay within 13. Miller goes to the ground, drew the foul, and he will shoot two. So Franco Miller coming out more aggressive here in this second quarter. Already has a three to his name, and now will look to tack on two more at the line.
Franco Miller is a guy that's shown tremendous stride over the years for Team Bahamas. He's a guy that I said played at the collegiate level. Is playing professional basketball right now. Also played in the G League just most recently. And so he's a guy that's familiar with these guys. He and Buddy Hield and VJ Edgecombe have a very good relationship as well too. In fact, the whole Team Bahamas, they're pretty tight-knit. And it's showing so far with 8 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Scores now 35-21. Team Bahamas ahead by 14 points. Could be 15 with another free throw. And it's a 15-point lead for Team Bahamas this year's World Cup Qualifiers. Team Jamaica now has possession. Point guard, who's been their best player so far, looking to run a half-court set, gets a high screen and roll. Looks to make a pass to the short corners.
Skip pass goes up top to Audish, tries to make the move on Hield. Midi jumper, he's taken that a few times. That one is no good. They call it on the floor.
There's that Kai Jones recently checked in the game. It looks like we'll see.
And that's number 2 on Jones. So let's see what Coach McLean does here. Does he let Kai play with the 2 fouls? It looks like Burrows is going to check in. Yeah.
And I think that's the right call to make. Not just that Kai has 2 fouls, but Burrows has been playing well. You want to reward a guy that's been playing well, and he doesn't lose anything off the bench, bringing Keno into the game.
And as a coach, sometimes you have to protect a guy from himself. You know, Kai Jones is a very active player. He's a shot blocker. He's going to go after every one of those. So it plays into probably picking up that 3rd foul, which you do not want to do here in the first half.
Certainly a turnover by Team Jamaica out of bounds. Just a careless turnover by Team. Jamaica has to take care of basketball if they want to give themselves a chance to win this game or to be in this game. They've had far too many turnovers so far, and if they can cut down on those turnovers, give themselves a real chance to get short attempts up, then it might be a different game. But for now, Team Bahamas is controlling the ball.
They're going to have to find offense from somewhere other than Thelwell. He's the first player in this game in double figures with 11. Somebody is going to have to help him carry that load offensively, because it's a tall task asking him to keep up with this firepower that Team Bahamas has.
And there's a look at Eric Gordon, another pro players for Team Bahamas, not suited for today's game.
That's an interesting development. Gordon still in his shooting shirt. That may be an indicator that he is not good to go tonight. But that's one of the NBA talents that this team has made probably 2 of the biggest shots in Bahamian basketball history when they beat Argentina in the pre-Olympic qualifying tournament.
Certainly so. Miller with another free throw puts Team Bahamas ahead 37-21. That's 3 free throws and foul on the 3-point shot.
And coming into the second quarter with no threes and just one trip to the free throw line from Bridgewater, Team Bahamas has picked up in both of those areas. Miller now makes his 5th free throw of the quarter. And from out of nowhere, Franco Miller just put up 8 points in the second quarter to put Team Bahamas ahead 39-21 with just under 8 minutes left to play.
Interesting look now, Ronaldo. Team Bahamas in the zone defense. The first time I've seen the zone defense Team Bahamas. Maybe they would have realized that Jamaica is struggling from beyond the 3-point line, and they're pretty much wanting to force him to shoot threes.
They tried to go inside to Thompson now. Jamaica looking to try to reestablish what they tried to go to early on in the first quarter. You see Thompson has the size advantage over Burrows. Let's see if they try to exploit that here on this following possession. Getting very physical down low. Telwell off the screen. He's putting the move on Hield, and Hield again. Turnover. Hield in transition. Gets it over to Bridgewater, and he will reset. They go up top. Miller, heat check. Just off the mark.
Jim would have exploded just now if he had made that shot.
They were close to it. But that's the kind of quarter Franco Miller has been having. Thompson, his jumper is no good. That one goes out of bounds. Burrows will inbound it to Miller. Brings it across for Team Bahamas. Hield looking for a screen from Burrows. Skip pass is stolen by Johnson.
Team Jamaica now has possession. There goes Telwell with a mid-range jump shot. He's been that go-to guy
so
far.
Consistent all night, keeping Jamaica hanging around, but that offense is going to have to come from somewhere else. Unless he's going to go for 40. If he's going to go for 40 or 50, then, they have a shot.
And this is a big game for Telwell. He's just 24 years of age, a young guy that's playing at a high level right now. He's putting on a show for his country.
Miller, no foul call, but still gets the basket. Took about 2 shots.
Speaking of putting on the show, Franco Miller seems to be putting on the show in the second quarter.
I don't know what they said to him during the break at the end of the first, but whatever they said at the end of the bench, let's just say that to everybody. Because Franco Miller Jr. has come out with bad intentions in the second quarter. Bad intentions for Team Jamaica.
Yes, certainly. And it's an 18-point game right now for Team Bahamas. Team Jamaica has to find a way to get back in the game, and it has to be on the defensive end. Ronaldo, they're giving up far too many open looks for Team Bahamas. They need to be able to settle down and force Team Bahamas to take some tough shots on the offensive end, and it doesn't seem to be working so far.
Telwell off the mark for the 3. That's another foul on one of the Team Bahamas bigs. They're getting in foul trouble, but it has not seemed to affect them yet. That Miller and Bridgewater backcourt checks out. VJ Edgecombe and Dayton Albury will check back in. So Albury and Hield in the backcourt, Edgecombe, Burrows, and Hunter up front.
And if you're just tuning in, this is Team Bahamas versus Team Jamaica at the World Cup Qualifiers in New Providence. Scores 41-23 in favor of Team Bahamas, leading by 18 points with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Almost a turnover by Dayton Albury, makes the pass to Buddy. Buddy drives.
That's a lefty layup again. Buddy is playing some incredible defense. I don't know when was the last time people have noted Buddy Hield's defensive effort, but he has been relentless. His on-the-ball pressure. Got a block shot on the last possession.
I guess he understands the moment as well, too, playing for Team Bahamas, having to take responsibility and showing guys that he's a leader that can get it done.
Stelwell again with the hesitation move and the floater. He is certainly putting on. His game tape is going to look good after this game.
Certainly. We haven't seen Tibodia come back into the game. Well, he's in the game now, but we haven't seen him get enough touches as he was early on in the game in the first quarter.
They
But again, Telwell has been a guy that's been scoring too.
Yeah, they tried to establish him in the low post early on. Kai Jones got a couple blocks, and I think that caused them to shift the game plan pretty quickly. And that's what block shots do early on in a game. But perhaps you go back to that with Jones on the bench in foul trouble.
Certainly.
But this is the guy that's been doing it for Jamaica. Telwell has been brilliant. A game high 15 points. Pass is deflected. Thompson tries to find the hot hand, and he is fouled.
That's the fourth foul on fourth foul on Team Bahamas in the second quarter. Next foul puts them on the free throw line.
Coach Mikhail McLean not overthinking it too much, brings the hot hand right back in for Team Bahamas to try to, I guess, balance what Telwell is doing for Jamaica. 13 for Miller. He checks back in, replacing Heald.
Team Bahamas seems to be in a zone defense, a high 3-2 zone defense with Burrows on top of the key. Gives them a different look. And that's the second time we've seen the zone defense on out of sideline, out of bounds play. Maybe that's a part of what they've been practicing in Miami when he was with the team just this week.
Keller's three off the mark, and there's VJ. Missed his first four from beyond the arc. Makes that one from the corner. And playing at the senior national team level at home means so much to him. Spoke about it before the game. He was able to play here in high school. Played here with Baylor in college at Bahamar Hoops. First time playing for the senior men's national team at home, and he definitely wants to put on a show. He's now in double figures with 11.
Certainly a dream come true for a guy like that always had those aspirations and wanted to play home. One of his island men, Liano Roll, is a part of his team as well too. So it's a great experience, and that's shout out to Bimini for producing some good basketball players.
That's family ties. I tell them all the time, you're the Bahamas' version of Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. You're the cousins that run, jump, and dunk.
There goes a missed free throw by Siobhan Thompson. Team Jamaica has to find a way to get back in this game. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take one possession at a time, getting defensive stops, rebounding, going on the other end, and getting baskets.
Well, it has to happen on the defensive end. They're allowing this Bahamian crowd to be a factor in this game because there's so many wide open threes. There's so many times Team Bahamas is scoring in transition. Team Jamaica has to win on the defensive end to get back into it. Skip pass over to Albury. He makes a move. Edgecombe over to Hunter. Straightaway three. Off the mark. Rebound goes to Jamaica.
That's Gianno Frazier with the defensive rebound.
He checks in for the first time. Telwell over to Thompson. His layup is good. Telwell to Thompson. Pick and roll works for the first time. That's the first time they've gone to that. And it worked. Edgecombe again for three. After missing his first four, makes his next two.
Edgecombe now with 14 points, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line, 14 Bahamas. Our score is now 49-28. Team Bahamas ahead by 21 points. Make the pass into, that is
Thompson just missed, airballs the floater. What a move by Franco Miller to draw the foul. But on the opposite end, Burrows was down low battling with Thompson. And I don't know if he just didn't have the energy after that struggle down low, but his fadeaway just came up short. Bridgewater looking to check back in. He replaces Albury. Interchangeable guards all present, pretty much have the same skill set, that scorer's mentality.
Score is now 49-28, 3 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter of the first half. Team Bahamas versus Team Jamaica. Burrows makes the pass on top. Franco crawls off a ball screen, looks like he wants the isolation, drives to the basket, looks to finish, and he's fouled.
Now, he has that look in his eye when you know you got a guy. He rejected the screen, rejected the whole play, and that pretty much was just, I'm taking this guy one-on-one, and it worked. He's either going to foul me or I'm going to get the bucket. So Miller will return to the line.
For Team Jamaica, Omari Johnson not too pleased with the call. He didn't think it was a foul. It shows his displeasure, and looks like he may be coming out of the game.
Yeah, checking in for Jamaica, Marcus McDonald returns. You're a coach, Jay. You know coaches and players are never pleased with fouls.
Never. I've never seen a foul.
There's never been one time that you have probably admitted to a foul when you were on the bench coaching.
Certainly not.
Or playing for that matter.
Certainly not.
So Miller 5 for 5 from the line this quarter. Leading Team Bahamas with 13. Make that 14.
I think VJ has 14 as well too, so both guys has 14 points for the Bahamas. But Miller has been a spark in the second half. He's been in the second quarter. I'm sorry. He's been aggressive. He's playing with a lot of confidence. And again, this is a guy who's been playing basketball at a high level. He's been coached by his father, Franco Miller Sr., who is a basketball junkie as well too. And so this guy can play, can straight up play.
Following in Dad's footsteps. At what point did you think those games, when they played one-on-one, got intense?
You know, I saw a few of them. It's again and St. George's Gym and Jack Hayward Gym. They was all intense. Outlook.
Bridgewater goes off the glass for Burrows, and this gym would have erupted. Those two have been doing that play for years.
I'm looking at coach, and I'm not sure if coach is all the way pleased with that play. Bridgewater had a layup. But hey, they've been doing it. They've done it for the Bahama games, for the Luthra.
All the time. But you know, Bridgewater's one of those players where you got to live with some of those, because the good that he's going to provide when he gets it outweighs the plays like that. You're not gonna buy that because you're a coach and you disagree with that wholeheartedly.
That's the coach in me.
That's the coach in you. I love an irrational confidence guy. You need those. You need those coming off the bench. They can sway a game.
It seems like there's a intentional foul being called, I think.
So they're going to say that was a non-basketball play on Burrows when he went to complete the alley-oop.
And the refs are going to take a review that call. But for Team Jamaica, Ronaldo, what do they have to do? What's going to be the message in the locker room at halftime if they want to get back in this game?
It's going to look overwhelming on the scoreboard, but we know how basketball works. We saw so much of it in the NBA Finals. You have to continue to chip away at this lead. You have to have confidence in the game plan that you had coming in. And that's what Jamaica has to do. But it does start on the offensive end. You have to play better transition defense. Team Bahamas is off and running and taking care of the basketball. So many of these transition scores for Team Bahamas, like this one, as we're watching the replay here on Burrows, it starts on the defensive end. So Jamaica has to take care of the basketball, not allow turnovers to turn into these easy opportunities for Team Bahamas.
Certainly enough. This is not a homer. You know, eighth possession, 24 seconds. Take it one at a time. I would say the first 2 minutes, cut the lead down, go on an 8-0 run or a 6-0 run. Just cut the lead down as far as they can. See if they can get back in the game. But referees seem to have made a determination on what's the call, and we're waiting to see what the call. I think it looks like 2 shots for Burrows and.
Burrows with 4 off the bench. So Jamaica right now definitely has some work to do. Facing a deficit like this on the road, Telwell has been efficient all night. He has been spectacular for Team Jamaica. But there hasn't been much else on the offensive end. Burrows misses the first.
Burrows on the line for a second shot. Basket is no good. But Team Bahamas remains in possession of the basketball with 3 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the second half.
Jones checks in, and also checking in for the first time is Liano Roll. You cannot miss him. Just look for the bright pink shoes. Probably going to see those attacking the basket pretty soon.
And let's talk about Liano Roll for a second. This is his first, not just not just junior national, senior national. This is his first time playing for the national team. He's a guy that's from Bimini, played at Gateway Christian under Coach Gilbert Roll. What a
Bridgewater interrupted all of your points just now. He found Kai Jones cutting back door. And look, these are the plays that he's going to make. You're going to have to live with some of the miscues if he can do things like that.
It's just a mental breakdown just now for Team Jamaica. Trailing now by 25 points in a must-win game for Team Jamaica as well, too.
Rejected. Jones met him at the summit and got that one out of here.
Kai Jones has been a defensive anchor for Team Bahamas. He's not allowing layups. I believe it's his fourth block or maybe fifth block shot in the game. Here he goes with a replay with a lob from Dominic Bridgewater. And this is what Team Bahamas have been missing, a local presence for a long time, and Kai Jones certainly brings that.
And you see how he's impacted the game on both ends immediately as he checked back into the game. Gets the alley-oop, goes back door for the alley-oop,
3-point
gets
shot
the block on this end.
by Omari Johnson, no good.
Edgecombe thought about it, takes it. Off the mark, Absent gets the board for Team Jamaica. Gets it into the hands of Thelwell. He pulls up, deep range three, connects on another one.
Thelwell has been the answer for Team Jamaica the entire night. He's playing at a high level. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's playing like he understands the moment of this game, that it's a game that they must win. He must make shots. And Dominic Bridgewater comes right back with the answer.
And Bridgewater answers right back. Thelwell, 18 points, 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. Bridgewater has been spectacular off the bench for Team Bahamas. And Edgecombe goes back door to get the steal. And once again, Team Bahamas off and running. Roll loses the handle in the open floor. And they will reset. He had a big opportunity just now.
Coach calling a half-court set right now. And for ball screen, VJ Edgecombe. Bridgewater looks to be taken. He check again. Basket no good. Rebound by Justin Absam. Makes the pass to Thelwell. Thelwell brings the ball up on the right side of the court. Makes the pass now to Omari Johnson. Johnson makes the pass now to
and you mentioned Liano Roll earlier. Huge year for him. Goes from junior college to Division I. He's going to be headed to Missouri State. So not only does he have that milestone, but he has this milestone of your first national team experience is with the senior men. You get to play at home, and not just that, you get to play on a roster alongside your cousin. I can't imagine what he has to be feeling in this moment.
Like I said, Liano Roll is a guy that's from Bimini. He has a real feel-good story. Attended Gateway Christian Academy under Coach Gilbert Roll, junior and senior. Was an explosive player in his years in Bimini, then later transferred to Grand Mama, played at Tabernacle, then St. George's as well too, and went off to the U.S. and excelled at junior college level. Now he's playing for the national team. It's the biggest basketball game he's ever been a part of.
Edgecombe with the board. Bridgewater calls it out for Team Bahamas, and right now the Bahamas seems to be getting everything they want on the offensive end. Bridgewater tries to go no look to Jones. Miscue there. I think Kai was expecting him to go up top for another alley-oop. And that pass goes out of bounds. Too much for Absent. Jamaica turns it right back over to Team Bahamas.
Certainly not what Coach Team Jamaica expected the first half. Just the careless basketball. Some of these unforced turnovers on the first passes that can't make an entry pass. Team Jamaica has to regroup at halftime and figure out how they can play at a better level.
Pick and roll again with Kai Jones. And the Bahamas is milking that. Both Jamaican defenders crash to Buddy Hield because they're expecting him to pull up for that three. Leave Jones completely unattended. Results in 2.
Certainly not what we expected from Team Jamaica. There goes Thelwell again with a missed layup. Kai Jones rebound. Buddy Hield in transition. Makes the pass to Bridgewater. Pulls it out. Coach is calling for a pull out so we can get the last shot. Honestly, just get the last shot ready. Make or miss. You don't give Team Jamaica an opportunity to go on the other end and something unbelievable happens. So Buddy Hield drive.
Shot clock is off. Hield makes the move, and he will take his first trip to the line. Albury and Burrows will check in. Edgecombe and Jones will check out for the last 5 minutes.
It's been total dominance from Team Bahamas. Scores 58-32, leading by 26 points. I certainly didn't anticipate this kind of play. I knew that Team Bahamas was a good team, but to be ahead almost by 30 points at halftime is just a good display of basketball, a good brand of basketball. They've been playing with a lot of energy on the offensive end, getting stops on defense, scoring in transition, scoring in lobs, and see how they finish out the first half.
And Heel with the steal and puts it in. And that is the definition of getting everything you want. Team Bahamas takes a 61-32 lead into the half. We'll be back in a few moments.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come, experience it for yourself. Now this is Paradise.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including aquaventure water park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Welcome back to the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium here in Nassau, Bahamas. Team Bahamas taking on Jamaica in window 3 of the FIBA World Cup Qualifiers, and it's been all Bahamas. The home team has so much to celebrate. 61-32 lead at the half. For Team Bahamas, it's been a balanced scoring effort led by VJ Edgecombe and Franco Miller Jr.
Certainly, VJ Edgecombe, Franco Miller Jr. has 15 points for Team Bahamas. VJ Edgecombe second with 14 points. Also, we have Kai Jones with 6 points for Team Bahamas. But what stood out to me the most is the turnovers. We look at the turnovers. Team Bahamas committed their 6 turnovers compared to 14 turnovers by Team Jamaica. And Jamaica, trailing by almost 30 points right now, needs to take better care of the basketball. They're rebounding at a high level, 22 rebounds, but the turnovers are a killer for Team Jamaica. And so possessions are valuable at this level. 24 seconds on the clock. You can't afford to have careless turnovers, which causes layups on the other end. And that's something that I'm pretty sure Coach Team Jamaica right now, they're in the locker room. He has to be livid right now with the amount of turnovers that the team is committing right now.
And the Bahamas scored 25 points off those turnovers. So you can attribute that to so much of this deficit that Team Jamaica faces. We mentioned Miller and Edgecombe leading the way on the point total, but Buddy Hield has 9 and was stellar defensively. It may be the best defensive effort I've ever seen from Buddy. 8 points for Dominic Bridgewater off the bench. He was an immediate spark of offense once he checked into the game. And you mentioned what Kai Jones has done on both ends. He's controlling both ends of the floor right now. That's why it's so critical for him to stay out of foul trouble. 6 points, but the block shots and the times where he's made Team Jamaica second guess or take bad shots just because they fear his shot blocking. On the other side, it's been all Andrew Tellwell for Jamaica. He's the only player in double figures. He has 18 points, but there is not much support behind him. Audige has 4.
The next best player, next guy is Chase Audige with just 4 points. And I'm pretty sure guys have to step up. When you look at, we spoke about Kai Jones. Kai Jones is doing that in limited minutes, just 11 minutes, has an impact on the game. You look at the shooting percentage, Team Jamaica is shooting just 29% from the field and also 33% from the three-point line. That's not winning basketball formula. they have to be able to make shots on the offensive end while getting stops on defense. And I'm pretty sure that's the message in the locker room right now. Whereas Team Bahamas shooting 63% from the field and shooting 38.5% from the three-point line, which is not good, but you know, they have the lead. They've been making some shots. And so let's see what happens in the second half. Team Bahamas has also been the more aggressive team, getting to the free throw line 16 times.
Argentina, they've been giving up the lanes as the drive and finish is good. Little shrug of the shoulders from Cavado. Big attack right the way down the runway. Nice work here from, oh, what a block! The Tyrant!
Oh, what a powerful move down low, Malzinha. Cal Malzinha truly is a Skywalker.
Alley-oop is thrown up and thrown down. Super pass and jammed home by RJ Melendez. Swatted again by Wiseman, his third block of the game. Roddy the other way, lobs it up. Wiseman the alley-oop finish. A 1-2 punch by the United States.
And how about that, going for the rim rocker and denied was Santos. What a rejection. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Malzinha goes up for the alley-oop jam. My, oh my. Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
So attack to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Builds it up.
Bahamas. Team Bahamas versus Team Jamaica, FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027 America's Qualifiers, and it has been all home team here. 61-32 lead headed into the third quarter. I'm Ronaldo Dorset, joined alongside Jay Philippe, and Team Jamaica comes out going back to that pick and roll. It worked well for one possession in the second quarter. They go back to the well here to begin the third.
I'm pretty sure they had a stern message from Coach as Turner in the halftime locker room about their performance in the first half. And so far, that very first possession shows a little bit of intensity. And the second possession for Team Jamaica, they're trying to gradually find themselves in the game again after a lackluster performance in the first half where they only scored 32 points in the first half to Team Bahamas 61 points. It's a game that Team Jamaica has to have a better performance, and let's see what happens early on in the third quarter. If they do pick up the intensity, if they respond, or if they're going to lay down and take an L. And that's another 3-point shot again. Team Jamaica 5-0 run to start the second half. They know that there has to be a better style of play of basketball to give themselves a chance.
5 quick points on the board, and Buddy Hield erases that brief run with his first 3 of the game.
Certainly, Buddy Hield didn't have the best first half as far as shooting is concerned, but he understands that he's going to have to play a little bit better as well, too. There goes a long pass to Kai Jones. Long pass. Transition defense non-existent just now for Team Jamaica. The Bahamas took advantage of an air ball opportunity, made a long pass, straight court pass from Buddy Hield to Kai Jones for a finish in transition, slam dunk.
And Jamaica got everything they wanted out of those first 2 possessions, and it looked as if they were trying to chip their way back into it, and the tides would turn. But right away, Team Bahamas quickly re-grabbed that momentum, and they now are approaching a 30-point lead. Jamaica trying to go down to the low block. They go to Thompson again. Jumper off the mark. Hield controls it for Team Bahamas. Has Hunter on the wing. Gets the screen, goes baseline. Buddy putting on moves. Step back 3. No good. Rebound goes to Labaudiere.
Labaudiere's team captain. He certainly has to find a way to get back involved in the game. And you don't get involved in the game doing that with a turnover. And so Team Bahamas has possession of the basketball with 7 minutes and 48 seconds in the third quarter of this World Cup qualifier at the Kendall G. Isaacs Gymnasium in New Providence. Franco now has possession of the basketball top, but he looks to pull again. Franco's the leading scorer, and he continues with a hard hand.
Miller with a wide open 3, and what led to that was that vaunted Buddy Hield defense we always hear about. He forced the strip on the other end, and Miller hits another 3.
Franco Miller now has 18 points on just 4 of 6 shooting from the field. That's efficient.
Jones and Edgecombe fighting for the board. Edgecombe gives him a smile as he takes it away. Hield takes Thompson inside to Miller. Gets the step. What a move by Miller, but he leaves it short. And comes up with the deflection.
Amari Johnson got the rebound for Team Jamaica. Tried to make an outlet pass. It was a risky pass. Good thing it was not intercepted, but Team Jamaica remains with possession of the basketball with 7 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Scores now 69-37. Bahamas leads by 28 points. 32 points, that is.
And another turnover. Those are the things that we talked about in the first half. If you're a coach in this situation, what do you tell this team? You have to find a way. Obviously, you're not going to get it all back quickly. You have to find a way to continue to chip at it. But how difficult is that to get players to buy in this situation?
16 turnovers so far in the game, and we're in the third quarter. But players has to be more accountable, especially guard play. You have to be able to make the right play. You have to be able to think for your bigs and your forwards. You have to be able to get your team in a comfortable half-court offense and make the right play most of the times, and not careless long passes or entry passes in the post that seems impossible. Make the simple pass. It's always been something that the coach has been saying from at a young age. Make the game simple, make the simple pass, make the fundamental play, and you'll be rewarded.
That is so tough to do when dudes are dunking and hitting threes on almost every possession. It sounds great to say. Much more difficult when it comes to application. Ladabodier, that's the first time we've seen him go down to the low block and really establish himself since early in that first quarter.
And Ladabodier is not a big guy in size, but he plays big. Kai Jones with the turnover. Johnson now makes the pass now to Labodier again.
Nearly
Kai Jones.
There we go.
It's a highlight factory here.
Sky Jones, flight 23, takes off again. 5 Bahamians now in double figures, and they are running away with this one. Johnson in the short corner has to reset. Ladabodier on the drive, back to Johnson for 3. Off the mark, Albrecht battling for the board. Thompson can't come up with it. Heel does. Again, Jones on the break.
Has to be a timeout. Coach has to call a timeout now. They are losing momentum while Team Bahamas.
And Kai Jones has this gymnasium erupting right now. We will head to a break. Team Bahamas Jones on the break. Back-to-back fast break dunks for Kai Jones, getting out in transition. You see here, healed with the steal. Jones ahead of the pack once again. Back-to-back flushes. Team Bahamas running away with it here at home.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come, experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
Welcome back to the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Team Bahamas with a 73-39 lead here in the third quarter, running away with things from Team Jamaica. And early in the third, it's been that defense transitioning to offense. Team Bahamas already had a huge advantage of points of turnovers, and now the fast break points up to 21 now compared to just 4 for Jamaica. A 17-point advantage in those fast break points, and everyone's getting into the act. When you see your 5 is beating everyone else down the floor, that's an advantage that most teams do not have, but it's an advantage that Team Bahamas has with Kai Jones.
It also shows a lack of effort right now. Sometimes when you're in a game, you're down by so many points, it's kind of hard to have a high energy, to stay motivated. And you're seeing it now by the careless turnovers and not getting back in transition on defense. And Jamaica has to do a better job with that if they want to give themselves a chance to even be in this game. Right now, Team Bahamas is dominating on the offensive end. Easy baskets, transition points, dunks, layups, open three-point shots, which is winning basketball. Team Jamaica has to be able to slow the game down and not allow us to get, I mean, it's out of hand almost right now, but not allowed to get even uglier. But it's a long game. We've seen it in the NBA Finals where teams can get back in the game, so we'll see what happens.
I don't know if we saw this, Jay. It's not almost out of hand. It's actually out of hand right now. And Jamaica has not seen this in these qualifiers. They won their first game over Puerto Rico by 2. They won the second game by 5. Team Bahamas only beat them by 3. It's been close games throughout. The only other game that was more than a single possession game, they lost to Canada 81-97. But this one, much worse than that deficit.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Buddy Hield makes a long pass to VJ Edgecombe, three-point shot. Basket is good. VJ has been feeling it after missing his first three shots. He's found his rhythm on the offensive end, making the last three goals attempts as he continues to pour in. Has an explosive game, and VJ makes a pass to Kentorn Smith, misses what could have been an easy 2 points, but that comes and goes with the way they've been playing.
I think of VJ's exit interview after they were eliminated by the Knicks in the playoffs. And he talked about the defense that the Knicks were playing on him. And he said, no one's ever going to leave me open like that again. And you can tell quickly into this offseason, he has made it a priority that I am going to become a better knockdown shooter when I get to the league. And we're seeing it right now here in FIBA World Cup qualifying play.
It is a 37-point lead, now 35-point lead for Team Bahamas. The Bahamas I know they had training camp this past week over in Miami, and it shows now they have good chemistry. They're making the right plays. They're playing together. Right now they're running a half court, a set offense. Dayton Aubrey, a guy that can score, makes the pass to Burrows, and then looking to with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. VJ has to continue to be offensively aggressive.
Edgecombe with another one, and he is feeling it right now. And he is letting the crowd know every time he connects on one of these threes, and they are right there with him.
What an offensive explosion from Team Bahamas in the second half. They are making just about every shot. They're in rhythm. They're passing the ball on offense, freeing up a good shot for a better shot. It's unselfish basketball, and this is what Team Bahamas basketball is all about. And they're playing an excellent brand of basketball so far the entire game, and it's shown on the court. The guys are playing with a lot of energy. They're playing together. They're continuing to play at a high level. It would have been a goaltending just now in the NBA. VJ Edgecombe again.
That was the heat check, but Aubrey's there for the board and whistled for the travel. So Edgecombe now shooting 4 for 9 from 3, has a team leading 20 points. Miller with 18, Heel with 12. Jones also with 12. 4 Bahamians in double figures. But VJ Edgecombe has come out and has been the story here in the third. Jamaica tries to answer deep 3. Rebound goes to Ladabodier. Back over to Telwell. His 3 off the mark. Edgecombe grabs the board. And again, the Bahamas in transition. Just off the mark with that one. And Absent throws it down. Again, Heald and Edgecombe go for it, but there's Burrows. Team Bahamas is one step ahead of everything that Team Jamaica is doing right now.
Certainly an offensive explosion from Team Bahamas. And guys are just going on a break now, just leaking out, getting easy baskets. Credit to Team Bahamas pushing the ball on offense. It seems to be a part of their game plan. But Team Jamaica's not getting by. VJ Edgecombe again pulls for 3.
And for some reason, I don't understand if it's a lack of effort, if it's a lack of just
like a technical foul.
Buddy whistled for the technical foul, celebrating Edgecombe's 3. But I'm not sure what it is, but Edgecombe has made 5 threes, and Team Jamaica is still going under on those screens.
Buddy is trying to get an explanation as to why the technical foul was called. Guys do it all the time in the league.
The referees don't watch TikTok. And this is the problem. There's a generational divide between referees and players. If they were proficient in TikTok, they would be well aware of that celebration, but it's okay.
And I've been seeing the celebration the entire game. And so I guess this is an opportunity for the refs to clean it up before it gets out of hand. And so there goes on the free throw line as Chase There's going to show technical free throw for Team Jamaica. The score is 84-43. It's been all Team Bahamas so far in this game, this World Cup Qualifier versus Team Jamaica. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. VJ Edgecombe, it was Franco Miller in the second quarter. VJ Edgecombe in the third quarter.
Edgecombe up to 23 now, shooting 5 for 10 from beyond the arc. And I have no idea why they are still going under on these screens. You have to blitz him coming off of that and force the ball out of his hands. I feel like you should have been doing that anyway because it's VJ Edgecombe.
Certainly.
But he is making Jamaica pay by allowing him to just walk into threes in rhythm coming off screens.
Certainly. Did they get the memo of VJ Edgecombe?
I don't know. I don't know if there was anybody in the basketball world that didn't, but apparently. And now Team Jamaica will get possession. McDonald will inbound. He checks into the game.
On the court now for Team Jamaica is Thedwell. You also have McDonald. Also Justin absent for Team Jamaica.
Defensive lapse right there. Burrows, putting his hand up, knowing he wasn't back in transition. Absent gets another one. He has 6 in this quarter for Jamaica as they try to chip away at a 38-point deficit.
Buddy isolating the play right now. Crossover, pull up. Let's see if this is good.
and healed. They came over on the screen for Buddy. They weren't doing it against VJ. Came over on the screen for Buddy. He just crossed the guy up and hit a three anyway.
Buddy's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Team Bahamas playing with a lot of confidence right now. You can tell by their style of play, and they're just having fun. And that's what basketball is all about, having fun, competing at a high level. Defensive rebound by VJ Edgecombe makes the outlet pass to Dominic Bridgewater on the left wing. Dominic makes it back to VJ Edgecombe. He pulls a three-point shot as well, too. These guys are just lights out today.
Number 6. 6 for 11 from 3. A game-high 26 points. What can't this team do right now? Everything Team Bahamas wants to do, they are getting done. 90-46.
What a way to put on a show for your first time playing for your country at home. VJ Edgecombe is just spectacular. What you've seen on TV with the Philadelphia 76ers, you're seeing it now in action in the Bahamas, where VJ Edgecombe, the first team all-rookie, is putting on a show.
Bridgewater finds him in transition, and he was celebrating before Edgecombe even pulled up for the three. And this Bahamian crowd came out in droves. I have not seen this Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium packed like this in quite some time, and they are getting the show that they came out here to see. It's been an all-out effort from Team Bahamas.
Team Jamaica now with possession. That's Justin Abson with the fadeaway. Offensive rebound. Goes to Andrew Thedwell. He scores again. He's been a one-man band almost for Team Jamaica the entire day, putting up some good numbers on offense.
Still the only player on Jamaica in double figures, and that's pretty telling of why they're in this position that they are right now.
And just now, that was an illegal screen call on Keno Burrows, an illegal screen that gives Jamaica possession. And Jamaica's is 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Thedwell makes the pass to Joel Bailey, dribbles on the baseline, makes the pass again to...
And Audish loses the handle. VJ is celebrating the lockdown defense more than he did the threes. But this is his moment. He said this morning, this is the moment that he wanted, and he is embracing that. And this home crowd, of course, is embracing him. Shot, just a few tenths of a second's difference between shot and game clock. Team Bahamas will hold for the last shot. Bridgewater controls it. Puts a move on. Fadeaway three from Bridgewater. Air ball, healed with the rebound. Back to Bridgewater. Just off the mark, and that is how the third quarter will end. We will head to a break right now. Team Bahamas well in control, headed into the fourth.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including aquaventure water park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Welcome back to the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Team Bahamas, absolute domination here in the FIBA America's World Cup 27 qualifiers. 90-48 headed into the fourth quarter. This is the show that this Bahamian crowd anticipated. This is the one we've been talking about for months. This is when you knew you would have your best possible chance at a roster. And this looks like the team that we all anticipated.
Team Bahamas certainly taking advantage of the opportunity, playing behind the home crowd. Guys are playing at a high level, playing with a lot of confidence for Team Bahamas. They're making shots. The game started off a bit slow, but ever since, they've been just dynamic on the offensive end. But defensively, is where they've made their mark, Ronaldo. That is why Team Bahamas has a comfortable lead now. They're able to force turnovers on a pick and roll. They're getting in the passing lane, getting deflections for the most part, and they're capitalizing off these turnovers into fast breaks, into dunks, which gives them more momentum, gets the crowd going, playing with more energy. It's just been an all-around explosive performance for Team Bahamas on offense and also defense. On the other hand, Team Jamaica has just not shown up so far in three quarters. They've not been a disciplined team. And let's see what happens in the fourth quarter. As the game is somewhat out of reach. Hey, but there's moral victories sometimes before they play again on Monday.
Moral victories are for minor league coaches. Wise man once told me that. I live by that. Garvin Clark checks into the game now for Team Bahamas for the first time. And that's Hunter. His jumper is short. Jones' deflection goes into the hands of McDonald. He pulls it back and resets. Finds Audige to the corner. Good looking three from the Northwestern grad. And he's now in double figures. Just the second Jamaican player in double figures, and we're in the fourth quarter.
It's a 39-point lead for Team Bahamas. You have Garvin with the pass. He makes the pass to Kai Jones on top of the key. Kai looking to make the pass back to Garvin. Looks for the three-point shot. Air ball possessed.
His three off the mark. Back over to Jamaica. So now you're going to start thinking about rotations. At some point, you know you have Puerto Rico on Monday, which is another must-win for Team Bahamas. How long do you go with VJ? How long do you go with Kai in the lineup? And also Sammy Hunter, who's another one of your starters.
Certainly something to think about.
Bridgewater on the break. He gets blocked and lands awkwardly, but seems to be okay. Drew the foul, so Bridgewater will go to the line, shooting two.
Bridgewater's a guy that thinks offense, and he's been good at it for a very long time. And I know that Team Bahamas, the coaches, they understand his aggression. Look at the replay now. That's a three-point shot earlier by Chase Audige, to the Northwestern graduate. But on the line now, Dominic Bridgewater shooting two free throws for Team Bahamas.
And Edgecombe checks out of the game, and this Bahamian crowd let him hear it after that shooting display he put on in the third. I mean, and he's been giving them everything that they wanted to see. He had the high-flying dunks in the first. He had the three-point barrage in the third. He's part of the reason why Team Bahamas has this sizable advantage.
Kai Jones now with the defensive rebound, passes off to Franco Miller, who's looking to see if the hand is still hot, misses the three-point shot. Chase Audige with the defensive rebound brings the ball up the court, makes a spin move, Euro step, looks to finish.
Oh, what a move.
Good. That was an impressive start.
What a move. So Jamaica not packing up and giving up just yet. Continuing to stay with it. Team Bahamas has to finish this one off. Miller thought about three. Finds Hunter in the corner.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
Bridgewater, open three. Puts it in. Dominic Bridgewater now in double figures with 12.
It's important for Team Bahamas as well to continue to play a brand of basketball and not get out of hand. You want to show that you're a disciplined team, that you have a full roster that's going to be ready for Monday's game against Puerto Rico. And that's another nice shot from Chase Audige, who's coming along in the second half now. He's showing signs that he can really play, he can really score, and he has what it takes.
They needed that so much earlier in the game. Hunter for three. There was a point where Jamaica was going back and forth. Telwell was carrying the offense, and we wondered who would be that guy to step up. That's when they needed Audige to step up and be that guy, to be that second scorer. Now it's happening here in the fourth quarter, but Team Bahamas has been responding, and it's been the bench.
That's Marcus McDonald just now with a mid-range shot to continue to score. Franco Miller's trying his hand as well, too. Defensive rebound by Joel Bailey, who makes the pass now to McDonald. McDonald, top of the key with a hesitation move, ball screen, looking to shoot again.
And another shot from him.
So Marcus McDonald scored the last 5 points for Team Jamaica. He seems like a guy that can shoot. He's getting some minutes right now, and he's proven the coach that he wants to continue to play. And like I said, Team Bahamas is important that they continue to play with some kind of structure and discipline, not getting out of hand. but they're making a 3-point shot, and they continue to do so.
It's been everybody. It's 3-pointers by committee. Bridgewater with a smile on his face because when the basket seems this big, they can't do any wrong right now. And I can't believe this team didn't even make a 3 in the first quarter because right now they're shooting 15 for 31, 48% from 3. That's a level of efficiency you don't even see at the NBA level.
It's now a 40-point game. Ronaldo scored 100 points with 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. That's the impact of the 3-point shot nowadays in the game of basketball, which guys are shooting more than 2-point attempts. Now we talked about Kai Jones not playing too much, and there goes a good substitution. Coach took Kai, but here's a replay. Dominic Bridgewater continues to play at a high level. He's a scoring machine, and now we have.
Irrational confidence guy. You got to have one or two.
Yep.
Thelwell back at the line for Jamaica. That missed free throw is probably about the only thing he's done wrong tonight. He has had such an incredible game trying to be the driving force behind Team Jamaica when there were times when this lead was still within contention. He was carrying that offensive load, just did not have enough with him. And Team Bahamas has done it by committee. They go inside to Clark. High post. He resets. Bridgewater, step back 3. Burrows on the tip out and back into the hands of Miller. Bridgewater again. Another step back 3 from the corner and draws a foul.
It's a playground for Bridgewater right now. He's having his way on offense.
The funny thing about it, every game is a playground for Bridgewater. No matter the stakes of the game, he is consistent. He is going to play the same way. Now, will it give you a possible heart attack at times? Yes. But it can also give you 15 points off the bench.
Bridgewater's that guy. He can certainly score at a high level. The takeaway so far certainly has been the turnovers for Team Jamaica. Not executing their half-court sets offensively, not taking care of the basketball, being out-rebounded, being out-shot from the three-point line. Just the simple things, the fundamentals that cost a game Jamaica has been doing, whereas Team Bahamas, on the other hand, has been capitalizing, making a three-point shot. One of the things that Team Bahamas has not done well is make the free throws, and Dominic Bridgewater just missed another free throw. But he's a guy that can light up the scoreboard really, really quick. I mean, 100 points with 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first half. It is offensive explosion, I call it, for Team Bahamas, as they are dominating so far against Team Jamaica in their first game of the World Cup Qualifiers. Team Bahamas has to win this game if they want to give themselves a chance to advance, and has to win on Monday by 6 points against Puerto Rico.
I'm surprised at how Team Bahamas has won this battle on the boards. That has been Team Jamaica's calling card. We mentioned Kofi Coburn not with this team, and I guess that had a bigger impact than a lot of us expected. But in terms of team rebounding, still expected Jamaica to be strong on that end, but Team Bahamas has had the advantage, and it's been a big part of the reason why they have had such and so many opportunities to continue to tack on to this lead.
Rebounding by committee. You have guys the guards that are going in there crashing the boards. Guards have an advantage when it comes to rebounding as well too. They can see when the ball is being shot from beyond the three-point line. They can kind of tell where the ball is going, and they've been doing a very good job rebounding. Kai Jones has always been that defensive presence, and Keno as well to rebounding as well too.
And the leading rebounder is that guy right there on the bench, smiling, having a great time with the coaching staff. VJ Edgecombe not only leading this game in points, but leading Team Bahamas with 9 boards. And you mentioned great rebounding guards. We see he does that at the NBA level. So you knew it would translate here.
He certainly can do that at a high level. He's been doing that. 9 rebounds, 26 points. That's VJ's calling card right there. He plays hard. He's a defensive guru as well too. And look at this replay where there's lob transitions. Albury to VJ with a slam dunk early on in the first half. Buddy Hield in transition with another lob. That's VJ Edgecombe. He's been all over the court today. Edgecombe is putting on his show for Team Bahamas. The entire team, even in fast breaking in transition with the Euro step with a quick finish. That's VJ Edgecombe calling card transition. And then the 3-point shot in the deep corner was part of his 26 points, and he's pretty much done for the rest of the day.
We got a superstar on our hand, folks. I mean, we knew that, but to see it in person is just something that this crowd really wanted, and we're all happy that they got that. Thelwell again for 3.
Bridgewater makes the pass to Franco Miller. Franco drives to the basket, makes a pass to Garvin in the corner, 3-point shot again.
It's been everybody. Rebounding by committee, it's threes by committee.
We need to check the history books for the most threes Team Bahamas has made in a FIBA game.
I will say this, outside of a few players not known for team shooting to look this way, this is a different looking Team Bahamas. Yeah, we're going to check the history book before we say it's the best 3-point shooting performance we've ever had, but it's got to be close.
I'll go ahead and say it probably is. I'll go on a limb and say it is. There goes Dominic Bridgewater, looking to slow the offense down. Can they call a play? Makes the errant pass. Kenton Smith trying to make a pass into Franco Miller, but it's deflected by Chase Ardez. Possession stays with Team Bahamas with 10 seconds on the shot clock.
That may be the first time anyone has ever said Dominic Bridgewater trying to slow the offense down. Sammy Hunter, Liano Roll, and Dayton Albury check in. Burrows and Franco Miller will check out.
What an impressive game so far for head coach Makai McLean in his first game.
Sammy Hunter gets by everybody and throws one down. Yeah, McLean's debut as the head coach for Team Bahamas. We mentioned this young coaching staff getting this opportunity and having, I mean, it's a blessing of riches to have this talent level when you make your debut. They make the game easy for you.
It has to be a good feeling for all of the coaches, really, to be able to come on home soil, that team playing so well, executing on offense and defense, having a commanding lead. It's just something that it makes you feel good as a coaching staff when you walk into the locker room knowing that guys came out and played hard. They gave it their maximum effort. They gave it all that they had. They were great on offense, even better on defense, and they're playing team basketball. That's all you can ask for as a coach.
And we mentioned for Team Bahamas, how long are they going to go with their guys? Same question for Team Jamaica, because we know the window is not done. You still have games to play. How long do you go with Delwell? Again, he misses a three.
Liano with his first rebound of the game, and he's sprinting the floor. Liano's a guy that can get up and down the court. Garvin seems to slow the offense. That's Dominic Bridgewater slowing the offense down. Makes a dribble handoff to Dayton Aldridge, Sammy Hunter to Liano Roll. 3-point shot, no good. Defensive rebound, Team Jamaica. Looking for the outlet pass to Thadwell. Thadwell is coming up the court slowly, trying to find something, some kind of offense for Team Jamaica. Makes a bounce pass, another errant pass.
By Clark. Roll in transition. Count the basket and one. I was nervous when I saw where he took off from.
That's Liano. That's Liano Roll. A guy from Bimini, a high flyer, a guy that knows how to score, and he is a guy that can create highlights as well, too.
There was a moment where everybody had to be thinking, what is he doing when he was taking off from there?
What a proud moment for Bimini as well. I know the Bahamas, we've rarely had players from Bimini and the Family Islands that has represented the national team, but this is a proud moment for VJ and Liano Roll, two guys that are from Bimini, two cousins. They're about the same age, and they are representing the Bahamas at this level, and they're playing very well. Liano makes a free shot as well, too. His first basket as a national team player. What a remarkable feeling.
And this is why we got to call him Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. Look at the move that he just did, and nobody in this gym celebrated more than VJ Edgecombe when he made that basket.
Team Jamaica now has possession. That is, Justin makes the pass.
Absent goes inside.
Gianno Frazier with the basket. 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the game. Scores 110-69. In favor of Team Bahamas. Makes the pass to Garvin. Pump fake. Looks for Sammy Hunter. 3-ball. Does it continue?
And it does. What a night for Team Bahamas. Sammy Hunter, Ole Miss, Akron grad, has played professionally for 2 years. And this is what he does. He's a pick and pop type of four and so proficient from three. Got into the act late here in the fourth quarter, but this is what Hunter can do. He scored 8 of the last 10 for Team Bahamas. Frazier inside. Bully ball, no good.
Liano Roll with the defensive rebound. Pushes the ball up court. Looking to get on the scoreboard again. Makes a smart pass to Dominic Bridgewater. He's going to take the shot.
This is ridiculous at this point. It is raining threes here in the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Everyone for Team Bahamas that puts one up has gotten it to go. What a night for this team. What a night for this program. And what a night for these fans.
You know, I play a little bit of basketball. You play a little bit of basketball, Ronaldo. It's one of
You
those
played
days.
slightly more than me.
It's one of those days when you can just throw the rock in the ocean. That's how it feels now. You just throw shots up, and everything is falling for a team. Granted, they've been practicing for some time now, but this is one of the times when they're really good at making shots, and it's showing right now.
But the amazing thing about it, all of these shots have come in the flow of the game. None of these are bad shots. That's an incredible shot. He came off a screen. None of these are bad shots. None of these, they're forcing the issue. They're coming within the flow of the offense. They're just making everything.
And Team Bahamas continues to pour it on Jamaica. The fans are leaving the gym already.
The fans probably could have left at halftime.
Bailey makes the pass now.
Keller goes for the three. Off the mark. Rebound goes to Roll. Roll in transition. Tries a Euro step. Throws it off the glass to himself. And that is how you introduce yourself to the Bahamian crowd.
That's athleticism. Not everybody has that.
Bimini, stand up. You got another one.
What a proud moment for Team Bahamas.
121-72. Team Bahamas dominant. And Roll again. And if I was him, I would keep attacking as well. I'm getting my opportunity late in the game. Why not?
Liana was a guy that made this roster. Some persons question whether he should be on the roster, and he's proven himself to be that guy that was able to make this roster because he has pure talent. He can play. He's proven that in his high school career. He's just signed Division I letter to go to Missouri State, and now he's having a breakout game as a young player. And it's so hard to play in this kind of game with limited minutes left. And Team Bahamas, Dominic Bridgewater, they're getting the team 3 seconds remaining in the game. What an impressive win for Team Bahamas as they
123-74. Team Bahamas in dominant fashion defeats Jamaica for the second consecutive time in the World Cup Qualifiers. They went on the road, defeated Jamaica in Kingston, but that was a 99-96 game. This game, completely different. 123-74. Dominic Bridgewater with 23 points off the bench, but it was that third quarter from VJ Edgecombe that led Team Bahamas. He scored a game-high 26, a game-high 9 rebounds. It was Franco Miller with 18. Buddy Hield scored 15. Sammy Hunter had 8 with that late flurry there in the fourth quarter. And Kai Jones finished with 12 points and 4 block shots. On the opposite side for Team Jamaica, Andrew Telwell, 24 points. Chase Odige scored 18, and Justin Abson finished with 9. But Team Bahamas, they did exactly what this packed house at the Kendall Isaacs gym came for, and Team Bahamas is still alive in these World Cup qualifiers.
The stars came out today. Ronaldo, the stars came out. We was expecting a big game from VJ Edgecombe. He did just that. We were expecting a big game from Buddy Hield. He did just that. We were expecting Kai Jones to bring a lot of energy. He was a high-fly machine with numerous thunder dunks and high-fly finishes. We expected Franco Miller, that's been playing very good for a long time now, 14 bombs to come out and play well. He did just that. The guys that were expected to perform today came out, put on a show. They did what veterans were supposed to do. And as a result, Team Bombs pulled off an impressive victory, 123-74 in dominant fashion at home at the Kendall Isaac Gymnasium. A game that they needed to win, a must-win. And they did that. They executed from start to finish, was able to pull off a victory at a home crowd. And as they prepare now, they got a few days to regroup, get some rest tomorrow, back in practice, on the court again on Monday.
I'll tell you what we didn't expect. We didn't expect this team to shoot 19 for 37 from 3. We didn't expect them to shoot 51%. That is a ridiculous shooting percentage from this team. And I know you have snipers. I know you have Buddy Hield and you have VJ Edgecombe. But as a team, outside of those two guys, they were still dominant. Bridgewater was amazing off the bench. Sammy Hunter got into it late. You even had Liano Roll having a few highlights for this team, putting on in the fourth quarter. It was a full effort from the first man at the top of the roster to man number 12. And even though Eric Gordon didn't play, he served as pretty much an extra coach on the bench if you watch him over the course of this game. But that is what you call a full team effort. That is what you call full team buy-in. You saw it early at training camp. You saw how this team came together. And right now what you see at half court is pretty much Team Bahamas in a nutshell. They always mention this is more than just basketball. This is a brotherhood for us. And I feel like that's what this entire gym is feeling that right now.
Certainly a balanced effort for Team Bahamas from start to finish. I mean, the game started off a little slow, and they have with the win-loss record right now. Canada played with 5 games as far. Bahamas is second with 5 as well, 2 win-loss. Canada's 5-0. Bahamas now 2-3. Jamaica 2-3 as well, 2. And so they came out and did what they wanted to do. They got the win, but it was a balanced effort from Team Bahamas. All of the guys were able to play sufficient minutes. They contributed for their team. They was able to make shots. They assisted, got some really good assists. And Team Bahamas, definitely the way they played today, if they can play this way as, on Monday again against Puerto Rico, we can definitely expect the same outcome as far as W. But let's see what happens. But certainly a good game for Team Bahamas. And again, want to congratulate coaches, the coaching staff. That's the first time they're together as far as this coaching staff. Their first game, not just to get a win, but an impressive win, a dominant win, speaks volume about the kind of work they've been putting in this entire training camp.
It's a historic win, is what it is. To have this kind of victory here, to have this kind of win at home, it's historic, and it means so much for this program, and it bodes well for what happens next. So Team Bahamas 123-74, and that'll do it for us here at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. Thank you to Team Jamaica for putting on this performance. And on behalf of these fans, on behalf of Jay Philippe, thank you to Team Bahamas for really giving this crowd the show that they expected. That'll do it for our team here at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. We will be back on Monday, Team Bahamas versus Puerto Rico.